Hi chipmunks, Mrs. Lansdell here. Hi everyone. Time for us to have a little bit more information about the eggs and the chicks. And I thought today would be fun to look at a book so we know exactly how we get from the egg to the chick. So my book is called Where Do Chicks Come From? And my author is Amy Skalansky. She wrote the words and it's illustrated by Pam Paparoni. Okay, let's see what happens in our book, shall we? Oh, I like this picture. Look at all those hens and roosters and little chicks. Whoa, so many of them. Okay, let's have a look. So it says, this is an egg. You've seen eggs before, but this one is different. In 3 weeks, so in 21 days, a chick will hatch out of this egg. It's like the eggs we've got in our incubator, right? An egg begins as a tiny white spot inside the mother chicken, the hen. There may be many tiny eggs inside the hen at one time, and then a yellow yolk grows around each egg. So here's our hen, that's the name of a mummy chicken, and here are all the eggs. So these are eggs like the eggs in my incubator, as well as the eggs in my fridge, which we eat. These are called unfertilized eggs. And then the egg gets fertilized by the daddy, the rooster. So a mummy one is called a hen and the daddy's the rooster. And then you get a yolk begins to grow. And there's something called the albumen. That's the white bit. When you've cracked an egg for scrambled eggs, you've got the yolk and then the white around it. So that starts to grow. And then the shell develops outside it here. And here's the picture. Here's the rooster and here's our hen. So once the shell forms and now the egg is ready to be laid. Let's see. Here's our hen sitting on her eggs. The hen lays the egg, and over the next few days she lays several more eggs. The hen sits on top of the eggs to keep them warm, and as soon as the eggs are warm, the chicks start growing. So our incubator is acting like this hen, keeping the eggs nice and warm. And the mummy, the hen, is making sure her eggs stay nice and warm. Inside the warm egg is everything that a chick needs to grow. So that's if you were looking inside the egg. So let's have a look. So this yellow yolk contains some food for our growing chick. And the albumen contains the water and a little more food. So that's the white bit running around the outside the yolk. And a thin white skin grows around the yolk and sticks to the inside of the shell. It holds the albumen together to cushion the growing chick, to make sure the chick doesn't get damaged by knocking against the shell. At one end of the egg is an airspace, and this is where the chick will take its first breath. You see down here, that's where our chick is going to eventually peck its way out of the shell. But everything in here is everything that our chick needs to grow into a healthy hen or rooster. The egg you eat for breakfast could never grow into a chick because it was never fertilized. Otherwise, all parts inside the egg are the same. So that's the egg you might have at home. And this might be an egg that is like inside our incubator because it's been fertilized by the rooster. The hen has warmed her eggs for 3 days now, and inside the chicks are growing. See, there's the mother hen, her big feathers, and there are her eggs underneath her. Okay, so this is what our chick would look like inside if it was day 3. So this was a couple of days ago without eggs. The chick looks like the letter C, K for cat. Do you see it looks like a letter K for cat? With a dark spot in the middle, and the spot is its heart. Do you see the heart? It's so small. It's that little black spot. That's the heart, the beating heart of the little chick. The heart pumps the blood, and the blood carries water and food from the yolk and the albumen to the growing chick. So that's how it's getting to survive, by having that heartbeat there. Day 5. Now this is where our chicks are today. Do you see it's getting a little bit bigger? And today the chick's head is now half as big as its body, and its eyes are very large. Its tail has begun to grow, and wings and legs are forming. So there's our chick, there's its head, and there's its heart. And it's got big eyes. Briefly, the hen leaves the eggs to find food and water, and she quickly returns to warm them up again. So off she goes to get some food and water for herself, and then she'll sit back on the eggs. We'll look at a couple more days, and then I'm going to show you this book a bit later. Day 7, the chick is about 1 inch long, so it's about that big, and as big as your big toe. Even so, it is already starting to look like a chicken. The chick's eyes and tummy and brain and toes have started to grow. A beak has started to grow too, and it is very soft. The chick's wings are folded across its chest. So that's the top picture. Inside there, you see the little chick. And here it's easier to see. Day 10, every day the chick uses up more of the food from the yolk. The chick lies on its back inside the egg. Its wings, legs and beak are fully grown. Do you see it's lying on its back? There's its eyes and there's its leg. That's so cute. And there's its beak. Do you see its beak has formed as well? So we're going to look at this book more as our eggs get up a little bit older. So we're at day 5. So this was telling us about day 7 and day 10. Oh, and this one's interesting. Sometimes the hen turns the eggs over. She keeps them warm on all sides. Do you remember Johnny was telling us that to make sure that the little chick doesn't stick to one side of the shell? So he rotates, he turns them over 3 times a day to make sure the chick doesn't get stuck. So copying what the hen does out in nature, turning her chicks over. So I love this book, friends. So it's called Where Do Chicks Come From? And we'll look at more of this. But I have a science question for you. Why do you think, I was thinking, if the mother hen is sitting on those eggs, how is it that she doesn't crush them? Because she's, a little bit of a weight and those eggs are quite fragile. So I wanted to show you an experiment. I got from my fridge an egg. So this is an egg. It's an unfertilized one, so there'll be no little chicken in here. But I want to show you why it is the mother hen's not going to crush it. If I take this egg and put it into the palm of my hand, I'm going to see if I can break the egg. Can you make a prediction? Do you think I'll be able to break it? Let's see. So here it is in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to close it. Mrs. Lansdow's pushing her hand. You can see the veins of my hand are getting up. I cannot crush this egg. Let's try again. Let's see if I was just not putting enough strength into it. Okay, here's the egg. I'm going to put my fingers around it. I'm going to... I cannot crush that egg. And the reason is the weight of my hand is spread all over my fingers and the palm of my hand. My weight is spread out. And that's like the hen. The hen lays out flat on the eggs. Let's see if we can find that picture of our hen lying on those eggs. See, she's lying down, so her weight is spread all over those eggs. So she's distributing, the weight is going over the whole section of the egg, so she's not crushing them. So Mrs. Lansdow couldn't crush this egg with the palm of her hand. Now, I wonder if I used my fingers and thumb whether I'd be able to crush it, but that's for another day. I wanted you to see by putting it in my palm, I've spread the weight around my palm and my fingers, and I just can't crush that egg. So that was a fun experiment to see why it is that the mother hen cannot crush the eggs. So it was fun showing you my book, my friends, and the eggs are nice and warm in their incubator, and we'll see them in a couple of days and we'll read a bit more from our book. So take care, have fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye.